This podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around, where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ghost Gossip. I am here with the one, the only, Steph from the haunted 1889 McInteer Villa. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing crazy. doing crazy.
Me
Just
too.
staying busy. Yep.
Busy's good. So, okay, before we start, guys, if you're not following the show, you need to do that. Do it now. I'll wait. Anyway. And two, if you're not following the McInteer Villa, you need to, because I've never been. Now, I've done a little short history blurb on it on my page, but I've never been there. And it is on my list when I come back to the area, because the whole area just blows my mind.
The whole Atchison area?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Now, are you from that area?
No, I'm from Texas.
Okay, that's right. Howdy.
Howdy.
Now, how did you end up in, of all places, in Atchison? I struggled to say it during the Sally episode, and I'm going to struggle to say it now.
It's funny because some people will say like Atchison or like with an extra N. No, it's kind of not tongue twister, but Atchison. I don't live in Atchison. I live about an hour away in Lawrence. But what brought me to Kansas was husband.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about him, weren't we?
Yeah, well, that was a different one.
Okay, girl, I got to rock with you. Line them up.
That's a different one. We have a list.
We have a running list. But,
Yeah. Oh, my God. So, yes, I was 20 when I got married. Oh, my Lord. So, I moved here, I want to say, my son is almost 33. I moved here when he was 1. So,
okay.
I can't do the math. Minus 1.
Meaning they're just 7 years or so, right?
Right. In a few months, maybe.
I can relate because, so I've been married, and I talk about this on my podcast. I joke about it. I've been married 3 times. And so, but my first husband was abusive. My second husband's the father of my daughter. And so I'll be talking about my abusive, CDV, stuff like that. Or I'll just bring it up, but I'll be like, not my daughter's dad, not him.
I know, yeah. And then when I tell people I live at my ex-husband's house, the weird thing is, currently I left there this morning and came right to the villa. So I didn't go to the pen. So, hey, I think that's a plus. But
does he live there too? Oh, that's okay.
It's his house. That kind of leads to the villa. The villa is, so I bought the house with my dad. And it was never to live in. It was just to do ghost hunting stuff.
Perfect.
And the overnights and the tours and stuff, they cover the bills, but they don't give me an all expense trip a paid trip to, Target. So, or even the Dollar Tree. Even the Dollar Tree. So that's it. So, it pays the bills. It just doesn't pay extra bills. So, yes, I live at his house, but not anymore. Sorry.
Congratulations.
Steph's in a good mood today. So I will actually be living 30 minutes away.
Perfect.
I won't ever live at the villa, not because of the ghosts. I have some books on the dining room table that people write their experiences in. And a lot of people put that it's more active if I'm here. I don't think it is. I just think I know what I'm hearing.
Right.
I'm just used to that's not an ice maker. That's knocking in the kitchen, stuff like that. So they'll write that it's more active if I'm here. And I have a very, very hard time of telling people no. And even if I say no, obviously I'm not going to mean it. So I know if I live here, they'll ask me to ghost hunt. And I love ghost hunting and I love the villa so much. And I know I won't say no. So I would never get any sleep.
Yeah.
Ever. So that's why. And at least if I'm there, I maybe don't have to answer my phone or something. Or something like that. Because there's so many times I just can't people. I'm like,
no, I understand.
Yeah. And I love when people get so excited about being here. And oh my God, it's so fun. And it's just so, I don't know. I love everything about this house. So I want people to experience the best stuff. And so I want to be here when they ask me. I just know that it would be a lot.
Well, I just want to tell you, I don't know who is the predominant spirit in that house, but I can feel them. They really love you. And they are making my ears just they want to explode. They just came into the room when you started talking about you being there. And I don't, my medium abilities are very not on point, I guess is a good way to put them. My psychic abilities are a little bit stronger than my medium abilities, but I can definitely feel them and they are a presence.
It's funny. Or people will tell me, and all the time, that um, something follows me from here when I go to other places. And I go to a lot of places, but I'm like, nah, I don't, nobody follows me from here. But then maybe they do. I don't know. Everywhere we go. So my friend Melissa and Wendy, everywhere we go, Stephanie. I mean, it's just so weird. So I'm like, and that's not it's not a hard name to say, but it's, 3 syllables. And why can't they say Melissa instead of me? But everywhere we go, it says my name. So maybe something is following me. Somebody did tell me that something follows me from here so that I don't bring something back.
Oh,
And that makes sense.
little bodyguard there.
Because I'm not one to say, you can't come with me.
Oh, I am.
Because
You
only
stay
because
here.
I think, one, because I never even think about it. I'm just like, oh, yeah. And two, I don't even want to be with me 24/7. I'm like, well, who else is going to want to? And so when you talk about like, oh, yeah, it kind of creeps me out a little bit when you said a presence. And you didn't say male or female, but
Male.
male. Okay, so we have a mutual friend, Ashley, named, well, I guess we have a few Ashleys that we know.
Yes, we do.
And Ashley, so she asked John McInteer, who is your favorite wife? Because he was married to Alice first and then Anna was second. And the response was Stephanie. And I'm like, I don't think so.
We not consent, bro.
Right? Okay, I don't know if you've been on my Instagram, but there's a video of a balloon popping on this second floor. I was rapping Tech 9, not very well. But I cut this part out because, I don't know, it just makes me sound dumber than people already think I am. But I was on the bench out here on the second floor, and I was actually talking about Ashley, and I said, when I spend the night by myself, I don't come upstairs. No, I'm not doing it. F that floor, not doing it. But I thought, it's been 8 years, let's go upstairs. So I made it to the top of the stairs on the second floor. It's a long, wide hallway. And I plopped on the bench and I said, I have a friend who said that I was your favorite wife. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm all about this me too. I'm like, well, unless you have some macaroni and cheese, then we can negotiate. Then I wrapped like 10 seconds of Tech 9 and then a balloon popped. So I hope it's about the singing and not the mac and cheese. No, we're not negotiating.
He's like, well then.
Then my dad helped me co-sign and his ashes are right across the hall. I don't think it's him. I honestly don't think I don't know. I guess in my head, I don't need to see him because that would creep me out. He's in a great place.
I don't get a fatherly feel. I get not like a proud,
Dare say husband.
just like, I get like the feel of fond. Does that make sense? I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but they're very fond of you. But it's not like because when I sense fathers, I get like almost like I see my own children in my head and I'm just overwhelmingly proud of them. And that's how I distinguish between like a parent or somebody else. And I just got chills. So that confirms that. So I don't think it is your dad. I think it is whoever the strong male is in that house because my ears are finally starting to stop. But when he came in the room, it was like, oh my God. Okay. That's a lot.
One lady actually came up to me while we were talking and she goes, I have to get away from you. I was like, okay. She was like, you're making me dizzy. She goes, something is just all around you. And to me, I'm not saying she does or doesn't see something because I'm telling people my house has ghosts. Of course. I want people to, I'm telling the truth. So who am I to say that there isn't something next to me, but it still kind of freaks me out.
But it could be your energy as well because you have a lot of energy.
No, really, you think? I don't think so. No one's ever said that.
Not at all? Not what? Not a what?
They could, maybe.
Maybe a few years ago, once when I was at the Dollar General.
Right. And they probably weren't even talking about me anyway.
Probably not. Probably the lady in the back.
Oh my goodness. It's so that, it's funny because people will, when they ask me to stay for their overnight, I say, okay, this is all fun and games until you want to go to bed and I'm still fun and games. We staying up. I'm not half-assing it. And I can't say half-butting. Okay, don't do
No,
that.
half-ass works. I leave half. That's fine. We all love a little ass. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. How far away are you from here since you've never been here?
I'm in South Carolina, so I am. Oh yeah, I'm not close.
No. So when you said South, like okay.
Yeah,
Texas is just, I don't even know if I consider Texas. Oh my God.
I don't know because funny story. I was listening to one of Jocelyn's videos once, and they were saying she's in the South, and I was like, but you're in Oklahoma. I thought I'm in the South. I don't know what the South is anymore.
I don't either. And we're also sitting in a library. there's a soldier, well, a uniform from World War One, um, standing right next to me. I'm in a room that I think is where the man who took his life. I don't know if it's this room that I'm sitting in or there's a restroom right next to me, and then there's a restroom at the end of the hall that used to be one room. I think both of these rooms were this whole side was his room. I just guess and just assume that his uncle Charles was the man of the house, and so I don't. This is not. None of this is making any sense. But anyway, I'm sitting in the room with this mannequin here. This, well, if you can see him,
That would scare the crap out of me in the middle of the night.
he has the prettiest eyelashes. Oh my gosh.
Most men do. It's not
This
fair.
used to be my room when I first bought the house. And I would lock it off to people just so I could have my stuff here since I live over an hour away. And it's so active up in her, up
Up
in here.
in her?
Up in
Up
here,
in
I'm
her.
sitting in it good, up in her. That I'm like, nope, I'm going to move my stuff downstairs. So there's a locked room downstairs that I'm actually in the process of clearing out. It's what used to be the kitchen. It's now a bedroom with an extra bathroom. It's extremely active in that room. And I'm sure it's going to be extremely active when I open it up because it's been locked, closed for, I want to say, I've had the house 8 years. I want to say a good 6.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, the energy in there has just been
So maybe that's Charles. Maybe, I mean, I don't know who it is. Maybe if something followed me from when I
no,
didn't.
I think it's with the house. I think whatever it is, it's with the house.
There's one group that says that whatever's in the basement hates me. They're like, they don't like you. They want you killed. That's what they said. I'm like, harsh? I'm like,
Ah.
I don't think so. Which is a little weird to me. But I'm like, did you get that on a recorder? They said they heard it through the spirit box. I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe they were saying, maybe they didn't finish their sentence. I've got an EVP that said Stephanie found dead. And I'm like, well, maybe we cut them off. Maybe Stephanie found dead bugs. I don't know. Not in the house though. Not in the villa.
Terminix. Thank you.
And then not that long ago, my friend Melissa and I were here and it said, hate Steph. And then it called me a B word. But you know what? I was probably called that this morning. Do better.
You know,
You know?
my host called me that all the time. That was his favorite word, that and hag. I knew when I was talking to him because of the words I was being called.
That is so funny you say. I've never heard anyone just say, I got called a hag. There is a video that I posted. It was a couple of years ago. A friend came. She got here kind of late at night and I met her. I went outside to say hi to her. We walked through the kitchen and I heard something. I don't know. I heard something in one of the rooms. So I got on my camera to see what the noise was. And as soon as we walked through the kitchen, I hear hag. And then I hear bitch. Other people hear hag. And it makes me think that, the blue dress, gold dress thing, there is no in between. There's no like, oh yeah, I can hear it now that you say it. It's either hag or bitch. And I'm like, well, if it's hag, they're probably talking to her. But if it's bitch, they're talking to me. But it's so weird to me, the names that it's like the same name calling or the same kinds of activity at all sorts of places. I don't know. Does that make sense?
It makes
I'm not
sense.
making any sense. Okay.
It makes sense to me, but I also lived in a haunted house,
Oh,
lived it.
did you buy it haunted like that? I mean, for a reason, like,
I mean, no, I didn't mean to. I didn't know. I just wanted a house that was big enough for a family of 5, and I didn't know the history of the house. I knew it was weird. I knew the energy felt weird. I knew that it had been vacant for a few years. And then when I bought it, talking to his sister and his nephew and the attorney, I learned a lot. And then once I was living there, because I didn't realize I knew I was sensitive, but I didn't realize how sensitive I was until I was living in it every day. And I know more about this man than I know about my family. Like, I've learned so much about this man, but
It's
living
funny you say that. I don't want to know things.
really,
I don't. So, okay, go ahead. I just interrupted. But
no, you're
yeah,
fine.
so it's very interesting to me that like most people I think do when they're here, they want to know like obviously who's here. I don't. I
Yeah.
think I don't want to get too close because like in real life, I don't want to see people. I don't want to see an apparition. I want you to see one here and tell me all about it. But I'm here all the time, so I don't need that in my life. I've seen one and it's too freaking real that, and of course, it doesn't like, oh my God, it's an apparition. No, you don't. It's the after. And you just think, oh my God, I just don't want
Yeah.
that kind of, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
at an age where I'm at stroke level. Didn't expect that.
I'm on another shirt. How old are you? Stroke level. Yeah,
54.
I'm in my stroke
54
era.
is stroke level. Yep, that's the stroke level.
That's
Lord.
oh
The
my
things that come out
God.
of my mouth.
Well, I will say I would not let people investigate the house while I lived there because I lived there and he didn't like me. And it's like I'm already dealing with this stuff and I'm not poking the bear. Like I don't because I had a
So it would heighten things up. See, I've heard that, and I just never.
well, he just didn't want people there.
Whoa.
I was worried because I was dealing it was me, my husband, my 3 kids. My 3 kids were all experiencing things independently, but they were so little. Like they weren't little. They weren't like 3 and 4. They're all 3 about the same age. We're blended. They're very close in age, 13 months apart. All 3 of them fall in at 13 months. And so they were all, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around that age. And they were not talking to me. And I was not telling them what I was going through because I didn't want to scare them. And
Right.
my husband knew, but my husband was being a big old jerk, just like, it's not, no, 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 it's not shy.
That's what I would. That's what. Yeah. Um.
It's a bug. That was my favorite. I need to make an "It's a bug" shirt because I heard that probably 100 times. It's just a bug.
He'll say, "I took Benadryl. You're not real."
We were all experiencing little things. The kids were experiencing little things. I was experiencing big things. And then my daughter ended up seeing him as a shadow
Oh.
and like at night and he came into a room and he started reaching for her and that was when I knew that I wasn't imagining things. Like I knew something was in the house. But the thing is, I didn't actively look for things about this man. Everybody, he was such a presence in the neighborhood. Everybody came and told me.
Oh.
Yes. And he died in the house. I didn't know that. I had no idea. And I bought the house during the housing boom of 2021. And so I didn't ask any questions because I just we were in 1,600 square feet. The 5 of us, my girls were about to kill each other because they were all of a sudden sharing a room for the first time in their lives. And so it was
Mhm.
like, I just need this house. And so, yeah, I learned a lot really quick. And then it blew my senses wide open. And here we are all these years later.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, I was at the Sally House 9 years ago, I guess it was.
How far away is
And
Sally's house from where you are?
it is so it's on 2nd Street. I'm 13th, so
Okay.
not far at all.
Right. Okay.
People can walk it if they're stupid. That's called exercise, and yes.
Ew.
Again, I'm 54. I'm done with that shit.
Who needs it?
Who needs it? I'm hitting the dating life. Yeah, I need it. I was kidding. Okay,
Oh,
that was
bless her.
weird.
Don't.
Again, we don't know what comes out of my mouth.
It's fine. Don't
I
date.
told the lady at Walmart I'm learning my independence. So there's that. Yeah, there's that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm dating again. This is a dating podcast now, everybody.
Oh,
Tune
yeah.
out. We're gonna talk about dating.
Oh, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I'm like, I'm good. I'll be a crazy cat lady. That's fine.
Well, cats are the best. And
I
dogs.
have one little doggy. Well, she's old as crap. I think she's 11. A 6-pound Yorkie who hates life. Her name is Lucy, Lucifer. I got her at 2.5. The house hates her. She hates the house more. So I don't bring her out here, but she's got a collapsed trachea. Her first set of parents abused each other. And so that's all she's known. And instead of being like I don't want to say normal dog where, oh my God, you saved me. I love you. She's like, you
You rude.
you. Yeah, and you can't even like point at her. She thinks you're gonna do something. So poor thing. But so now I brought in 3 cats that from the villa because one kept running in and it was pregnant. And so now I have 3 of Robert, Petey, and Cheryl. And
Carol.
Cheryl Laverne Crunchwrap Supreme. She's the best. That's just her government name. So if you want,
Carol.
there's no question as to why I'm single. There really no question.
Well, I'm enjoying it. So come on, let's keep going. I love
A
Carol.
girl during a tour the other day, I love it when 12 and 13, for some reason, that just stirs things up. I don't know why.
Oh, they have a lot
There's
of
like a
energy.
12-year-old and I'm going through the house with her and her mom. And at the very end, she's looking at her phone and she looks at me and she goes, I don't know why people say you're annoying. You're fun. I'm like, I will hit a 12-year-old. I'm just kidding.
Holy shit.
I was like, who says that? But I
Steph.
was like, I don't know what she was. I might have said, I remember saying something like, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I know when I maybe should just probably not be here, like go home. The ghosts, I'm just not their cup of tea that
I
day.
just heard a male voice come through, by the way.
I get told to shut the hell up, sit down, be quiet. You didn't get permission. I do get a lot of get out, leave, run, die. My response is always, you didn't say please, because that's manners. You got to have manners. And so far, they've never said please, at least to me. So
Well,
we're still here, living the dream.
ah,
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I
So
used to say to my mom.
watch all of a sudden something's gonna go, please. There is a male. I don't know if I don't know how many spirits are in this house, but this second floor, that's one of the big reasons I don't like the second floor. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. And I tell people it's when I go home, I've only left probably like 5 or 6 times in the 8 years I've had the house. It has to be, it's more of a feeling like your little brother like, I'm not touching you.
Yes.
I'm not one to say, well, people will tell me like, just tell them not today. We can hang out tomorrow. And I'm like, oh no, that's fighting. I don't do that. I don't even play Monopoly. That's fighting. So I'm not telling a spirit not today. I'm like, I'll just go home. I'll just go home. So I drove my hour out here. I walked up the back staircase, came down the hall, went down the main staircase, and then I went home. It just felt like not today, Steph. One time they threw a rock at me in the basement. And I did call the ex-husband and he said, if they can throw a rock, they can throw a knife. And I'm like, I gotta go now. but but it was more of a pebble. So it wasn't really, I mean, it was
Like
still
a
a rock.
boulder.
That's what I say to people. I go, it's not like it was a boulder. Oh my God, that's so funny. It's on my Instagram page, went down the stairs to the basement. The basement has 7 rooms. It looks like Silence of the Lambs. You cannot see your hand in front of your face when the lights are off and the sun's down. I mean, it's a whole different feel. But I'm fine down there by myself. Middle of the night, I'm good. But I'm not coming here on the second floor.
What floor are you on? So
I'm on the second floor. And see, I'm fine on the second floor any day, all day, doesn't matter. It's just when I know I'm spending the night. It's just something about when I'm here spending the night. Like, say you and I are here. If you run to Walmart and it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm fine. Because I know you're here.
Mhm.
And I'm fine. Like, I was spray painting in the basement at 3 o'clock in the morning, not the best ventilation. But I was bored and I needed to keep busy. And so, I like to keep busy when I'm here. I put headphones on and I'm spray painting. Then I came to the second floor to get something and I'm like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. But a lot of people don't like that basement because it is creepy. We've heard babies crying, angry men. I mean, I have friends who've been here probably 100 times. I'm trying to think. She won't go to the basement by herself at nighttime. She won't even stay down there. If we're down there, I'm like, hey, I have to go upstairs. Nope, she won't do it. But I would rather be down there. And I tell people all the time, it's just I guess in my head, it's a person up here on the second floor. Maybe it's my age, I don't know. But my parents used to always say, like, live on the second floor of an apartment. It's just safer, whatever. So I'm thinking it's safer up here. So when I hear the footsteps or the voices, whatever, I'm like, well, it's been a good run. Today's the day.
Now is my time.
That's right. That's right. Love you all. At least it's on, I'll be on Dateline. I did not light up a room. Just know this for a fact.
I turn those lights off. I am not a free spirit. I'm a caged bird. Don't even say that shit about me.
Right?
And I turn every light off. I was taught by my daddy. I did not light up any room in that house. Don't let them lie to you.
Right.
And I only
right.
have 3 really best friends.
Everyone loved her.
Don't let that heifer come up and say, "Oh, I loved her." No, she didn't. Only 3 of them really loved me. Oh, I already have this. I already have this in my head.
This is why people probably give me the therapy cards. They probably learn everything about me, but not this. You know what? So not all their fault.
So, but speaking of the house, what is some basic history? Because I've never done a deep dive on the house. Like I said, I just did a little snippet, minute and a half on it. Tell everybody, what is the history of the house? What makes the house historic?
It's what was built in 1889, finished in 1 year for $14,000 for John McInteer. I know. He was a saddle and harness maker. He was one of the wealthiest men in Kansas. He was into real estate also. It's weird because I found a few things that he had owned and he would rent them out. There's a restaurant in town called Palucci's and it's on 3rd Street. I think it's 3rd Street. It's right down the street from Sally House. So the address would be 315 and a half in the alley, see John McInteer. So, I mean, weird stuff like that. So I don't know. But anyway, he was one of the wealthiest men in Kansas. He had the largest convention hall in Kansas. It was at 732 Commercial Street. It held 2,000 people. They had political speeches. They had kind of like a state fair kind of thing, but it was called the Corn Carnival. And if we don't bring that thing back, because if a costume of popped kernel corn is not creepy, anywho, we're bringing it back. Let's do it. I can't find a picture of Mr. McInteer. I can't find a picture and of course, maybe he just didn't like his picture taken. That's quite possible. I can't find a lot of family member pictures, but he was from Ireland. I was told he wasn't allowed to build his house on the rich side of town. So his house is built on the hill with stained glass all around. His name is etched in, it's actually the side of the house, even though right now it's the back of the house because the front door has been changed. So it faces the rich people. It says McInteer Villa on the back. And I'm assuming it's like an FU, like he had more money than they did, but he was discriminated against since he was from Ireland. And so it's kind of funny that I have my real estate license. And I was showing a house down the street, which is on the rich side of town. And they had the historical papers on one of the counters in the kitchen. And the story's almost identical to John McInteer, but yet he's on the rich side of town. So is it a true story? I don't know.
Hmm.
I had just read that he wasn't told that he wasn't allowed to build because he was from Ireland. And that's why he was discriminated against. I don't know. Everything that I've read about him or anybody in this house, everyone is so kind and nice and lovely, and the community loved them. I don't know. I kind of question it. First of all, they can't find a picture of him, so that says he was a serial killer.
Obviously.
In my head, obvious. Thank you. Before Mr. McInteer had this house built, he lived on the same street. We're at 1301. He was at 832, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I was told it was a pretty good size house. It's right now a funeral home parking lot. But there's a census in 1870 that says John McInteer, entrepreneur, Alice McInteer, his first wife, I think it said housekeeper. Then it said Alice McInteer, 10 years old, attending school. So you assume they had a daughter. Well, they took the census every 10 years.
Right.
In 1880, the house still wasn't built. There's no record of her, which is, I'm sure, normal, typical, because if she got married, she's no longer Alice McInteer, ever. So maybe that's just why I can't find her. But there is the obituary for John McInteer and his first wife. They both say that they had no children. So I'm like, well, then who is this little girl, Alice, who was 10 years old? So then coming here to this house, after John McInteer's first wife died, after living here 1 year, he remarried 3 years later. But in between those 3 years, I can't really find anything mentioning John McInteer other than rentals. Go see John McInteer at this, whatever. But there is an Alice and a John that live here. An Alice that does musical recitals with her brother John. And it makes it sound like she's a child, which is, I guess, not weird. But there is no Alice McInteer who's 10 years old, is I guess what I'm saying. I don't know if he was inappropriate. I don't know if the orphan train came through here. Some people think there were illegal adoptions in the basement. Again, no documentation on illegal anything in the basement except for illegal liquor making, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know who, we've heard kids. There's lots of kid spirits.
Right.
And we've captured babies crying, lots of kids saying, "Don't leave me, help me." Oh, you're so sweet. I'm like, no, they want your face skin. How do we know?
I just learned about boo hags yesterday. It's just a boo hag. Boo hag is a lore out of South Carolina that came from African slaves that were kidnapped and sold into the America for slavery. And what the chumming with the spirits, those guys, what they were telling me is that people in the South started using that as a way to don't talk to strangers because you never know if it's like a boo hag because they will steal your skin. They will get on you kind of like sleep paralysis in the middle of the night, strip their skin off of the person that they've already stole their skin from previously. And then sit on your chest and suck your essence out. And if you survive it, then I guess they leave or something. I can't remember. We might not even finish. I don't even know. Where are those guys? But it was
like, how long can I hold my face like that? I'm like,
I know,
what?
But
that is a skin lamp DIY project right there. That is a creepy. I've never, ever, ever. That is weird. So I've only had sleep paralysis a few times, and when it's on your chest, it's so weird because I describe it, and it's a weird way to describe it. So my ex-husband would say, well, hang on. He'd wake me up. Finally, I'd wake up, and he would go, "You're welcome." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You're welcome." I'm like, "Huh?" Because I would say that they want to kill me so I can play with them. I always pictured it being like a kid on my chest, but they want me to not breathe so that I can go play with them, which is so weird. And so he would think, well, I just saved your life. You're welcome. Yeah, which is weird. I could never wake myself up. And I know. I'm just do this the whole time. This is why the Botox will come in. This is where the Botox comes in.
We talked about this before we started. This is how we stare at men.
I don't know. I'm just going to do this all day now.
Well, it's just funny that you say that because we just talked about that. But yeah, it's something about they make skin suits out of the people, and so they go around during the day and they use the skin to kind of protect them, and then at night they strip their skin
Historical
off.
Ed Geins. That's what that
Right,
is.
just little Ed Geins running around just in their little skin suits,
Oh, it's like a nursery story.
but they
Nursery
use
story.
it to teach kids, "Watch out who you talk to. Don't talk to strangers." I mean, like, Lord have mercy. Let's traumatize the children.
I think I do that during tours.
It's fine.
Right? And I actually
Right.
say, I am.
You're good.
What's weird is, again, I don't know what comes out of my mouth. I'm just as surprised as anybody else. Just as surprised. My Lord.
I've said that before.
But then people keep coming back, and I'm like, so really, who is the crazy one?
Really?
Is
Exactly.
it me or is it you coming back for more? I mean, it's so weird. I was actually doing an interview a while back and they asked if you met someone and they wanted to get into the paranormal, what would you tell them? I'm like, run, don't do it. Don't do it. Only because I don't like drama. Like I said, I can't even play Monopoly. It's fighting. I think it was with Chummy with the Spirits. I might have said that too. I love them.
I love them too.
Oh
They're
my
like my
God.
big brothers. I love them.
I did. Oh my God. So you know Rick Park was he on the podcast with you? He's on their team or with their team. He's just not on the podcast.
Okay. I don't know who it is. I haven't met Rick.
They actually not interviewed. They investigated the villa before I bought it. While the previous owners had the house, and not many people were able to come in and investigate. I want to say only maybe 2 or 3 teams ever. They allowed tours, but it was only on the first floor. You walk in, go through what I call the TV room. I'm not creative with my room name. So the TV room, Goldie's room, piano room, and then through the dining room, kitchen, and out the door. I let people go through all 4 levels when they are here for a tour. Boy, I went straight into work talk. Weren't we talking about Botox?
They're going to go, yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. People can
Everything is
keep up or
fine.
just hand me your cards on the way out.
If you need to recommend a therapist, you know my email.
Right? Last week, the group you could tell I had a day or something because I'm like, "Mm." And then as they were walking out the door from the tour, I go, don't write a review. Give me a second chance. I'll do better. I won't do better. I won't.
Joke's on you. I won't.
No, I won't. Will not. So back to the history of the house. 9 documented deaths. 1 was a suicide.
I was going to say 9 earlier, so that freaks me out a little bit. I almost said it, and I was like, see, I need to start saying it when this shit pops in my head. And I don't.
Yes. Okay. So speaking of when we were talking about something following, and it got cold in here.
I was going to say
And
something came in there with you.
I am never cold.
I was going to
And
say
it is
something came in there with you. I was going to say it about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. It's cold. It's like on my lap. But that was very dramatic. It's on my lap. Okay. Stephanie's.
I don't like anything in my lap. That's off me.
Unless it's a cheesecake or nachos. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Tacos.
Oh, I would fist fight over a plate of nachos.
Any day.
My sister-in-law asked me what my favorite kind of cake was, and I'm like, nachos.
You know what's so funny? I read something once that said, why do men assume that women at the bar want a beer or a drink? Buy me some nachos.
Right?
Be a real gentleman.
Get me a basket of bacon. I've done that before.
Again,
this
we
is why I'm
live
single.
700 miles apart.
My Lord, you have got to come here. It is.
I will.
It is so. It's fun. It's different. I mean, I get the best stuff by not investigating. It's weird, and they interject a lot. I was called a stupid dumb bitch by one of the dolls in a case. She has human hair. I named her Esmeralda. When I first bought the house, a friend of mine sent me a link to weird thrift store finds, and it was this marionette from the late 1800s. A handwritten note, and it said, possibly haunted, late 1800s marionette, human hair. And I'm like, Debbie, we're going to Arkansas. So the next day, we went to Arkansas, and she has never sent me a link again. But I'm like, I don't bring things into the house. Nothing came with the house when I bought it, except for there was a rocking chair that a lady passed away in, and there's a few pieces of 70s furniture in the attic. But I brought everything else in. I don't bring things in because something might be attached to it. I bring them in because that thing has human hair, and that's creepy cool. I mean, something could be attached to, I don't know. If I come back as a clock, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to tell you that, though.
That right. Don't make me.
I mean, who wants to come back as a globe, a clock? No.
Especially if it's analog time. Don't do that to me.
No. Oh, my Lord. Do you get to choose what you come back as? I don't know. It's a whole rabbit hole I can't go down. But I don't even know where that came from. Again, don't know why that came out of my mouth. What the hell? If you are editing this, you're going to need a well-balanced meal, long nap,
I will
and
be
lots of
editing
quiet time. What the hell? Oh, my God, I cannot focus. Well, okay, so I'll just go back to the house. What I'm sitting in, I have as a library. I'm assuming was a bedroom. I can't find the blueprints. I was told, and by told, I read the headline on Google, which I did not read the article. If I read the headline, I can tell you what the article says. I can't. And I will tell you, with that being said, I told a story wrong for 7 years on this house. It helps if you read the actual article.
Usually.
But when I said liquor was made in the basement, I just found that out. I thought that there's a man, his name is Charles Conlon, was John McInteer's second wife's brother.
Judge,
John,
right?
he was, well, I think people called him a judge, but I have found out he was never a judge.
Ooh.
And you know how I found that out? Well, you don't, I'll tell you.
He's a lawyer.
I got a ticket in my own driveway and had to go to court. And sitting in the courthouse while I'm waiting for my turn, classy staff, they have pictures of all the judges. And I'm like, where's Judge Conlon? Where's Judge Conlon? And so everything I've read, I don't even know where I found the word judge. I must have seen it somewhere because I wouldn't just make that up.
All the papers, all the articles say Judge Charles J. Conlon.
And he was not a judge. He was just an attorney. And he made liquor. Well, okay, so here's what the article said. The headline said, Charles Conlon, an attorney, I assumed was an attorney for his brother, one of the Conlons, who sold liquor with a woman of color at a fake storefront on Main Street or Commercial Street in Atchison. And so after reading the headline, I'm like, well, he obviously, since he's an attorney, he represented someone in his family who sold liquor. No, he was the one that actually sold the liquor. Charles J. Conlon sold the liquor with a woman of color at a fake storefront. I can't think of what they called it. They were each fined $20, and it said he made the liquor in his East Atchison home. I'm assuming this is East. I would assume that since it didn't have the address, that this is his house. He didn't die here.
I was going to say, did he
No
not die?
refunds. He did not. Charles Conlon did not die here. He did find his nephew Charles after he shot himself.
Okay. Okay. And so son Charles committed suicide there.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first death would be Alice McInteer. She died after living here 1 year. Then John McInteer remarried 3 years later. Her mother, Anna, passed away here from bowel obstruction, I believe, in 1898.
Mm-hmm.
Then John McInteer died of dropsy or heart failure in 1902. Anna, his second wife, died in 1916. Maybe that was bowel obstruction. I can't remember. 1916. Her son committed suicide in 1922. There was a 4-day-old infant in, I believe, 1928. That was when it was a boarding house. It was a boarding house from 1925 to 1952. I don't know what took place during the boarding house unless the paper wrote something.
It was never a brothel.
People have thought it might have been.
Okay.
I don't have any articles, so.
Right. Who knows?
I mean, if we don't step it up, we're going to turn it in. I'm just kidding.
Little foreshadowing here, everybody. We'll come back after 10.
You got to make a mortgage.
This is an adult podcast now.
What a weirdo I am. I was just thinking of the tour yesterday, and I tell people all the time, I don't know why I say it, because I just did it. Armpit fart. It just does it. Like, it sounds like I'm farting. I don't know why. And so you sit in a chair and you're like, sounds like you farted. So you keep moving so you can show the cute guy that you didn't.
It wasn't me, I promise.
Here's me.
Trust me.
I swear it was my arm. And I'm just standing there in the hallway doing this. And I'm like,
did they give you a card when they left?
I told them, I go, you know what? You can walk away. I'll keep talking. It won't hurt my feelings. And they're probably like, we got to get out of this house. And they wrote a review and they were like, it's so funny because people say something about mashed potatoes. Somebody wrote a review but put it under McInteer as opposed to Palucci's. So she just mixed the two places up. So I just thought it was funny. And so I posted on my personal page on Facebook about the mashed potatoes. And so a lot of reviews now are, she's got the best mashed potatoes. And so after I gave a husband and wife the most ridiculous, uninformative tour on Friday or Saturday, the review was 5-star. Hey, thank you. And he was like, she has the best mashed potatoes. If you know, you know. And then that was it. I'm like, I guess my point is, I have met the best people through this house. I mean, I can be me, even if it's ridiculous and I get a lot of cards. Not for dates.
Just for counseling, it's fine.
Just counseling and some therapy. Yep, counseling and therapy isn't okay. 9 documented deaths. Every owner that's lived here has died here. I don't live here.
Oh, yeah, you don't live there because it sounds like they want to kill you in the basement. So
it kind of sounds like it. But for business, it's a good number.
Like, you stopped at the infant. Who was
Infant, okay.
Goldie?
Infant, 1928. Goldie died in 1969, and I have her rocking chair downstairs.
She's the one that died in the rocking chair.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. She died with her hand on a pistol. She did not kill herself. So she used to work for the FBI in San Francisco. She was the youngest stenographer in the world, or court reporter. She was 11. She was a classically trained violinist in the Denver Orchestra.
Dang.
Okay, now ask me about my life. I don't live in my ex-husband's house and own a haunted home. Okay, anyway.
I think owning a haunted home is pretty badass, but
I think there was a couple that flew in from Florida, and they're like, we were talking about you on the way here, and like, you have the coolest job. And I'm like, no. And then I was talking with the lady up at the Chamber of Commerce about the Sally House, and I had gone over there for something, and I was taking pictures. I did a little EVP thing, and I left there by myself. I was like, I kind of do.
you
I
really
kind
do.
of do. I kind of do,
Really
even
do.
though it's probably made me crazier than I already was, or, and it doesn't, I'm not taking any crazy trips, vacations, but I love it. I just love it so much. And I've like the people. I just went to Old Park Hotel in Ballinger, Texas a few weeks ago. And I don't know, people think I only investigate this place. I guess. So now I'm asking you questions. Going to other places. I don't know if you go to a lot of places. I know you're talking about the Crescent. So my friend Melissa and I were thinking or asking each other, do you think it opens us up more to, so when people think that I get more activity because, I don't know, the house knows me or likes me or doesn't like me, whatever. I think maybe we're just opening ourselves up more because I don't know. I don't even know how it works, obviously, but going to all the places, doing all the investigating, not saying something's following us home, but is it just opening us up to understand more, hear them better? Does that make sense?
I think it's twofold. I think the more you visit a location, I think the more they get comfortable with you, just like people that they're people. So just like in life, the more you know somebody, you either like them or you don't. But
That's why we don't get to know each other. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
And then that is, again, there's no doubt in your mind why I get the cards I get. But I do say I don't want to get to know them because I don't want to see them. Not
right.
to be rude, but yeah. So, okay, that makes sense.
So because I mean, my ghost, he got used to us over time and he was more accepting as time went on. I tell people he was like a grumpy grandpa upstairs that became more enduring to us as time went on. And when we left, he was sad, but he was happy. It was very mixed emotions. But and then other things, when you do go into these places and you do open yourself up and you are letting that guard down, you are more open to the unexplainable instead of being really closed off. And if you are closed off, you don't notice what's around you. But when you are open, you do notice the tap on the wall or the shift in the energy in the room. Or like you said, it was
Yes.
cold. People that aren't open won't notice that it's cold unless they get a cold chill. And then to them, it's just they're just cold.
Just
The
a
air
couple.
cut, the
Or
air
and
cuts
it's
on.
right. There's a draft. And I totally get people will say, I mean, it's an old house draft. I wish that they would have been here before I had the little mini splits installed. When it's so freaking miserably hot, you just don't want to be here. I mean, it's miserable.
Right.
So and I'm like, and I wish there were a draft. So if they can just realize it's not, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's drafty in the winter. I don't know how it works. I also think they get bad. Don't you think they have bad days? Like
Absolutely, they have bad
I
days.
I think that when the voices come through and it's a man, it always sounds so, I say cantankerous old man. Just because I like saying the word cantankerous.
It's a good word.
Yeah, it is. I can't spell it, but you know what?
Me neither. Who needs to? Who
Who
needs
needs
to?
to? I can say it. So,
Right.
right? So a few people have told me on the second floor, I've had some weddings here and stuff. So there are little children sometimes. The little kids don't seem to like the second floor. A lady had told me that she felt there was like a cantankerous old man, just kind of like children should be seen and not heard. I'm like, that's what my
Yes.
dad used to tell me.
That's what my grandparents told me.
My dad, yeah, right across the hall in the little urn over there. Yeah, he used to say that all the time. So it was kind of weird that, I don't know. My dad used to also tell me that I should write things, and I never did it. I still haven't done it. Write things down in the house when they happen, and then maybe go back to see if it's residual or whatever. And I'm like, that is brilliant. Have I done it? Not in 8 years, not once. Well, when I'm giving a tour, I think the house is very active during the day.
My house is more active during the day. Both of my houses have been more active during the day.
That's what I say. It's more active during the day.
Well, in my theory, never tested it, but my theory is because these are older people, they were more active during the day, and that bedtime, they were asleep. They were going to bed. They were tired. And so that's
That's
kind of
that
my
theory.
theory.
I just tell people that, well, I'm gonna start using your theory is what I'm gonna do.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm changing my tour up right now.
As of this moment, the people are tired. They're old. Thank you.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
exactly. Goodbye. Goodbye. I can tell people the 9 deaths that's happened here. I just don't know. Are they the ones haunting the villa? We've heard a baby crying in the basement. We have lots of English accents, lots, which is a little bizarre.
Was anybody English that lived there? Because, McInteer, he was Irish, but they're very
Not that
different
I
than
know of.
British.
Well, now Mr. McInteer's second wife, she had 3 sons, Peter, Fred, and Charles. Charles is the one that took his life. Mr. McInteer and his second wife, Anna, she was in Canada when she had her 3 sons from a previous marriage. He had passed away in 1889. Let's see. Yeah, 1889. Then she moved back to Atchison, where her family was from, and brought only one son, Charles, and he was 5. The other 2 sons, and their dad was gone. So where would these 2 boys, they're under 10. I
Where'd
don't
they go?
understand why she would bring one kid and not the others. But then I was like, maybe Mr. McIntyre didn't like children. I don't know.
That's
I have
interesting.
no idea. Maybe that's what I can make up a bunch of stuff about Mr. McIntyre, but I don't know until I know something concrete for sure. Here's evidence, here's whatever. I tell people I have no idea what's in this house. I don't know. People will call me, which is also kind of cool. People will say, "Who's Isaac?" I'm like, "I don't know an Isaac." Maybe it was when it was a boarding house. Some people say Portal, and I'm like, "This isn't Star Trek." I don't know.
Oh.
But I also don't want to. There's a certain spot on the second floor that I really don't like. And is exactly where people say, like, something's off here, something's different. And then I might bring up people say portal but it does feel different in that area. It's just a little landing area outside. There's a bathroom, kids' room, utility closet, break room, and it goes up to the attic. So, with that being said, I love the attic. I'm not scared in the attic, but to get to the attic, you have to go past that part of the hallway.
Yeah.
And no, thank you. I would go anytime, doesn't matter what time of day. It's just spending the night alone. I can't do it.
It's a feel of that.
So I don't know. Maybe they don't like my rapping.
Like,
I do
when you
rap
say
like Tech
rapping,
Nine, like NWA,
girl, I don't know what you're talking about.
rap, 80s, 90s rap music, like
Okay, okay,
rapping.
okay. Because I'm like, are
Like,
you rapping presents? Are you
mm,
rapping
no,
cars?
I'm the present. What I
You're
just said.
welcome. You're welcome, ghosties.
They're like, no.
So you walk through the house like singing 80s and 90s rap?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I was on the bench up here by myself,
like,
and I was
"Shut
like, this is as
up."
far as I'm. I tried to even do lives. I can't do it because I'm like immediately F bomb, F bomb, F bomb, and I had never done a live ever. And I even said, I'm like, if this gets me banned, it's worth it because F that end of the hall. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is. To me, there are lots of shadows, lots of shadows, lots of, it's kind of like somebody taking a picture. So I guess it'd be called a flash of a light, Stephanie, not just a hat rack, folks.
She got a brain in there.
A little bit, only some. Oh my God. I don't even know where I'm going. I love talking about the house. There's so much and so many things that have happened in the 8 years I've had it that I want to get it all out and then nothing makes sense to people.
I get
But
it.
then I want to tell them everything because things are so freaking cool. But then I also know that they're going to want all of that to happen.
Yes, it
And
sets an
for the most part,
expectation.
it's probably not going to.
I mean, you've owned it 8 years.
8 years. And I still feel like the new person, it's weird to me when, because I'm not one to talk about the villa. Like if I'm out and about, if I'm out, I'm not going to say, hey, do you know what I do?
That's what I do. That's what I have.
And then people will say, autism. That's what I have. The tism. Guess what I have? The other day I said, guess what I have in my pants? And I'm like, let's not play that game.
Never mind. Don't guess.
But I'm at my pants pocket. And I'm like, I'm going to be a creepy grandma. That's weird. Okay, stop. You have a therapy card you could give me real quick?
No, because girl, I probably need it too.
I'm no quitter. I don't need that. Oh my God. So what the heck was I even saying when I went on
Girl,
that
I don't
tangent?
know. I don't
Lord.
know, but my app said time management skills. I guess Roberta here is not impressed with our time management skills on today's episode.
Well, tell me what time it is. I want to say, tell me what's, oh my God.
It's fine, Berta. It's fine.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
there,
That hallway, man.
yeah. I mean, it feels really weird right now. And it feels really weird. So I will just come up to this area and stay here.
I
But
don't
look,
think is the attic that way?
you want to see the attic?
Well, I was just wondering if it was that way that you were pointing.
So, yes. So, this is the area. Let me turn this light on. Oh, you're going to get motion sickness. That
It's
probably won't
fine.
help. But
I have
okay, so
kids. They
this
FaceTime me. It's like crazy.
get your Dramamine. Okay, so this area here with this is that little landing area I was talking about of a break room. I'm sorry, the break room is over here. So it used to be a bedroom or like a 3-room suite. Um, we have like this I have as the break room. So when the Girardis bought the house in 1969 from Goldie, who died in the rocking chair, they made this their kitchen so they could do renovations downstairs. And then we have the primary bedroom. And then we have Ernest Maynard Atkins, Dad, start shit up. Okay, so there's my dad. And then people look at me weird when I tap on the glass and tell him to. I'm like, but if he doesn't like it, he could put a lid on it. Then they look at me really weird. But I'm like, that was his weird kind of humor, and I wouldn't have the house without him, so I don't want to exclude it. Otherwise, I sound like an asshole. Anyway, this is he could put a lid on it. But this is the area I wrapped Ludacris in front of Sam and Colby to my dolls here. Not my proudest
Okay.
moment, but they did learn move, bitch. And then the cat ball started lighting up. Thank God it did, because otherwise, commit me, because that was weird. And then here's the attic so to get to the attic, you have to go past that area, and I don't like it. But then we have the kids' room, and nobody seems to like the kids' room. And
Mm.
there's Esmeralda that has a human.
No,
Did you
I
say
don't like the
something?
kids' room either, and I'm frozen.
You are.
I was trying to, but
All I heard was, and I don't even know.
well, I was talking. I was frozen a little bit, so I don't know. But
Weird, because I walked away from there, and now you're not.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
It was
magic.
something was weird. I didn't like that area. I don't want to be over there.
Which means you want to be there, right? That's what
Well,
I'm like. To me,
yeah.
it's like a roller coaster. It's like I love this getting scared feeling, and people ask, why don't you leave when it happens? I will leave when the feeling, but if I'm here and something happens, yeah, it freaks me out. But then right when it's done, I'm like, do it again. I
Yeah.
want to do it again.
So
Yeah.
the first time she lit up her cat ball, I was like, "Do it again," and then she did it again, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Nice,
And
nice.
yeah, so she always surprised when she does communicate. It always shocks me because then I remember I have a haunted doll, and I don't know, but anytime anything happens, it shocks me. But
Yeah. Well, I tell people if I ask it to do something or whatever, I'm like, can you do this? And it doesn't. I'm like, it's a guy ghost. He's not listening to me.
he's not listening. Yeah, they don't listen. I'll have to
No.
scream at him, and then they're gonna be like, "Why are you yelling?" I've asked 4
Then I'm
times.
like, and then I'm like, why are you so mean? And then why do you snore? Oh, we're still
"Why are
talking about
you
ghosts?
breathing?
Why are you breathing? My God, that's my number one.
Must you chew?"
How am I not in stripes already?
I don't honestly, I don't know. Same, because I have been enraged by a man just existing, and it's my
I
poor
actually said,
husband.
I'm like, your skin is making me nauseous.
Yeah. My husband's a great man. He is a wonderful man, but I hit the age of 41, and the sound of him chewing and breathing, I
Mm-mm,
it
mm-mm.
incites this level of
What
rage
the fuck?
inside
Oh,
my soul.
no. I thought I heard, while you're, this is what always seems, okay, words are hard apparently now. Um, that's what seems to happen the most, at least for me, the noises while you're talking. So I tell people all the time during tours, I'm like, just take a screenshot of the time and let me know. I can check the cameras. That's how a lot of my EVPs are. EVPs? What?
You're a professional. I like it. I'm gonna make a shirt, and so I'm a professional. I'm just gonna send it to you. You ever receive a shirt
Yes.
that says, "I'm a professional"? No, it's from Ghost Gossip.
Yes. I'll make you a shirt too. I can't say what it'll say online because I don't want to get you banned.
It's funny.
I don't even know why I said that because no, I don't have anything in mind. What is wrong with me?
Nothing. Absolutely
Anybody
nothing.
listening, if you have any cards or
Just send them to
send
the
them
villa.
this way. Yes, right. That's right.
And when she says cards, she doesn't mean greeting cards. She means counselor therapist cards.
Correct. Correct.
There's a
Yes.
suggestion box downstairs.
We know what's wrong with her. Just send in your submissions of what's wrong with me. My Lord. My gosh. I'm so, so glad I finally got to meet you. And I think I messaged you a while back and I have not stopped thinking about that mess. Did I message you? I'm like, no, I commented on one of your videos. It was a Sally house. And I was like, what about the villa? And I was honestly, ever since then, I think it was like a year ago, I have the worst anxiety. And I'm like, oh, but she hates me. She hates me because I was rude. My comment was rude. And that's all I think about. And the day I got your email, I swear the day I got your email, I was thinking, I've never reached out to anybody. Oh, that's what I was saying about an hour and a half ago. Never finished that sentence. I never do.
You have ADHD, and
I
I love it. I'm here
never
for
reached
it.
out to people, but I was going to reach out to you. And I'm like, "Is she psycho also? Because you had already reached out to me." Psycho. And
I
so
am.
it's weird because, when people have heard of the villa, I don't ask them, "How'd you hear about it?" Because I don't know, anything negative just would, not that it would be negative, would stress me out, or I don't know what it is. I just don't ask people. So when people have heard of it, it's all word of mouth, and that to me is the most that's better than any mashed potato review. It's just, I mean, shows have called, not that shows have picked, like Ghost Adventures have called like 3 times, but they've never picked the place, but it's word of mouth, and that's what makes my little heart happy, is like the people I've met here and them saying the best things, even if nothing did happen that night. It's still, they still got a knack. I mean, they still got entertainment. Hello.
Yeah.
Look at
Well,
this right here.
I went to MSP. MSP, when I was in Missouri and Kansas, I didn't know I didn't go to Kansas. I was in Missouri, but I was in Kansas City. I don't understand the Midwest, but I love it. I love it.
Same. Yeah.
Everything's so far away. But when I was there, I didn't have hardly any experiences. I did capture a shadow person, and I was shocked. But it's one of those things, like, I have no expectations when I go in these places. I have learned I have 0 expectations, so that way I'm not disappointed. And I just wanna learn the history. I wanna feel the environment. I wanna feel the shift of it. And so, yeah, it's one of those things, like, I don't care if I go to a haunted places and nothing happens, because I understand they're not dancing monkeys. They are not going
Right.
to, if they don't want to, they won't. They're just gonna be like,
Right.
I'm good."
Yeah. And I
And
tell people, lately I've been telling people, just set a recorder. Now I don't do it. I mean, I'll give advice, but I ain't gonna take it.
I ain't gonna do that
Set a
shit.
record, right? I'm like, "Oh, that's a lot of effort." I'm like, "Just set a recorder somewhere and just let that one recorder go the entire time." Because, if you're in the hallway and nothing's happening, well, let's just go upstairs. Well, let's go down here. But just set one thing out, and when you have time, just every once in a while, just go listen to it. Pretty sure, I can't guarantee, obviously, but I bet it wasn't a quiet night. And I told a couple that, and they had told me, they said, "Yeah, we were here about a year ago, and we had left thinking, oh, what a pretty house." And when people do that, I'm like, "Thanks. It's so pretty." But I know what that means. It's a pretty house, and it was quiet, which is fine. But they said we went home and we listened. We were watching our recorders, not watching the recorders, watching their video camera. And they said 3 minutes into them setting it up, there are heavy boots just walking up to the camera, and then you hear a man singing, "You have to find me." I'm like, "No, thank you."
Don't like
Mm,
that.
Nah, nothing. That's what I said. I'm like,
Pass.
"Okay, did something just hum?
I said pass.
Maybe maybe that's it."
I've heard more noises while we've been talking than I ever do normally. And
It
so
sounded just like a dog collar or cat collar.
so I'm looking, my cat has a collar. My chair squeaks a little bit. Is that it?
Maybe.
Maybe that was it.
Look at me, I'm just like pausing. What the hell? Words are hard.
I know. It's fine. It's fine.
It is weird. So there are ghost cats. Somebody asked if there was a ghost dog. Somebody did tell me that there was a ghost horse, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I responded with no. Anywho, oh
Really?
my God, don't do the drugs. And I did
No way.
the things I have said. Okay, I'm sorry. I think somebody just slammed a door. Hello?
I was wondering if a door was gonna get slammed while you were on the phone.
It sounded, I don't know what that was.
Let me ask you a question while
Oh,
you're looking.
yeah.
Has Twin Paranormal been there?
Yes. I think twice.
Did they have a balloon that followed them up the stairs there?
Uh, Kind of, yes. So their balloon, it was a weird story. So the night before they got here, I was bored
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
let's go. What?
What's that? I'm gonna have to watch that back. I'm not sure if I saw somebody move in the mirror, because I don't see you in the mirror, but it was something black behind you. So maybe it wasn't. I'll have to look when I watch the video back.
This area, it does. So I'm in the dining room and there's
Mhm.
my big old mess. But so here is the kitchen. So when I come in through that kitchen door. And whenever I'm just standing in the same spot that you had just said you saw something, lots of videos. Is that loud?
No,
That
no, no,
thing.
no. Something's in there.
Oh,
Full body chills. Ears are.
it's weird. And I don't, this is where we normally get like a cranky older lady. I don't know if but I also get lots of men. I've gotten kids saying, "It is cold in here. It is freezing."
There's something down there. Oh, that was thick.
And yeah, the doors are closed. That's weird. Yeah. Okay. So this used to be the front door when the house was built. I don't know. The sun is coming in. Okay. So that was the front door. There is, I don't know if you can see it. There's a picture of a porch. You know what? I'm going to work on my presentation skills.
Okay.
That was really good. Here, look at this blinding light from the sun. You can't see shit.
Look at this.
Okay. It's so pretty.
Look
Do
at
you
it.
see anything? Oh my God. Where did I go? Oh, shit. Oh, my shit balls. I'm like, where did I go?
Shit balls.
I said shit balls.
Say shit balls.
You don't either. God. Oh my God. Shit balls. I say it all the time. I say it during tours to children. I don't even care.
Say it to my kids. But my kids are used to me. If the worst thing I do as a parent, they hear me cuss, I think I'm doing pretty good.
It is weird. It's weird here. This floor is, I tell people on every tour, I don't even investigate this floor. The main floor is just
Growling.
let's have a chat.
Who?
There are growls.
Tarot cards.
There's actually a video during a day tour. It's probably like 11 o'clock in the morning. We were in the basement, one of the rooms, and I heard a growl, and so I assumed it was their stomach. And I asked, okay, first of all, I went to go rub my nose. What is this?
Clearly, it's your nose.
Clearly, obviously. Oh Lord. Okay, there we go. I heard a growl, and I asked, and I don't hear the growls very often. So I asked, did their stomach growl? And she said no. So I got on the camera and posted it because it sounds like something saying and growling. It's like growl. Okay, I will never mimic that again. Yes, I will.
Well,
growl. It sounds just like they're saying growl. It's weird. The main staircase has been super uncomfortable. Something follows you down from the stairs. The other day, actually a few months ago, there were two girls at the top of the main staircase. I'm at the end of the hall by the dolls. They came running down by me, like screaming, saying that something was running up the stairs. So I got on the camera, and you can hear plain as day, just loud, boom, 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 boom. So I got on the bottom staircase camera just to see if it was just as loud. And you hear a kid say, "Mama," and then a voice saying, "Go." And then you hear a bunch of scurrying, and then it runs upstairs. I'm like, that was a whole
they were having a whole
thing.
moment.
Yes.
Like an average Wednesday in my house.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I know you have to go because you have a meeting in like 4 minutes, but we'll have to do this again. I am planning on coming back. I don't know when, but it will be this year sometime that I will be back in the area. I'm coming with Pen Paranormal, so I do plan to be back over there at some point, but where I'll have everything linked, but tell everybody what your social media is.
I think they're both the same, Instagram and Facebook, 1889 McInteer Villa. I have TikTok. I'm not great at it, but I should probably work on my skills.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. It sounds very entertaining. Great. I'll have it linked. All right, everybody. And this has been your very informative episode. I can't talk either. It's contagious.
It is.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. Y'all go visit the McInteer Villa. Go have you a tour by Steph. Sounds like it's very exciting. I can't wait for mine.
It's something. It's something.
You just never know what you're going to get, which is fantastic. So
yes.
We'll go check her out. Tell her that Ghost Gossip sent you. And follow her. Give her all the support. And make sure you have some mashed taters when you're there. And until next time, they'll see you later. Bye, y'all. Oh, thanks, babe. Love you. He brought me food. He's so sweet.
Where do I get me one of them?
I found him on the Bumble.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we long story short, I saw him on Facebook after we talked. We only talked for like a day on Bumble, and I was like, I hate dating. And I got off. But then I saw him on Facebook, and we had like 50 mutual friends. And I was like, who is this guy? Because I taught Zumba in a really small town, and it was like all those women that I taught. So I'm like, how do I not know this person? And turns out his parents traveled with my parents when we were 13. So
it's the longest stalking story I've ever heard.
Right? He literally stalked me from 2018 until 2019 when he finally asked me out. Some call it stalking. I call it
It's not. That's sweet. I mean, stalking,
persistence.
That you can't get caught. Just kidding. What? What? My Lord, something is so wrong with me. Lord. Anywho, back to the house.